Hey guys, welcome back to Angela, and on this topic I want to talk about how narcissistic people are envious, are jealous, and they live through you. So narcissistic people are envious. They envy everything about you. They envy the fact that you're alive, you're breathing. They envy if they feel like you have happiness in your life. They envy if they feel like, you shouldn't be happy. If they feel like they're competing with you, they feel like, hey, you don't deserve to be happy. You don't deserve to have peace. Who do you think you are? What do you think you're doing? You don't deserve this job. I deserve this job. I look better than you. I'm smarter than you. They think because of their looks. That's not all narcissists, but let's just say most of them. They think because of their looks are supposed to equal intelligence, and that's far from it. And I'm making this video because I don't think I'm gonna make it. Being a chosen one, when you hear people say, oh, being a chosen one is a gift from God, being chosen one, when you walk in a room, everybody notices you, everybody want to be your friend, everybody pay attention to you. That's bullshit. When you're a chosen one, most people don't want to fuck with you because you see right through them. And the people that you see right through, who aren't competing with you, will open themselves up to you right away because they feel comfortable with you, because they know you're not a threat to them. And if anything, they see that you're strong. They see that, hey, I know a lot of narcissists try to beat you down, but I could tell you're the type of person that you're not going for it. So I feel comfortable with you because you look like the type of person that's gonna stand up for the right things, right? So you start to see being a chosen one is being able to see and read people's minds, being able to study them before they say anything, being able to study their body movement, their eye movement, the way they look at you, the way they talk to you, the way they greet you. Sometimes they just ignore you. They don't say nothing. Sometimes they just stare you down. Sometimes they mumble shit underneath their breath because they made up their own perception of you that is not true. I remember listening to music one time, and a girl says to me, right, 'cause she's looking at me like, this bitch doesn't listen to fucking heavy metal. You don't know me. I listen to everything, bitch. I listen to rap. I listen to rock. I listen to alternative 90s music, bitch, because that's my shit. I listen to country. I listen to everything. But she mumbled underneath her breath. She said, she don't know nothing about this. And I said, damn, that spirit of hate and jealousy that narcissists have, it's really mind-blowing to me. And I think it became even more mind-blowing once you leave the narcissistic relationship alone, the narcissistic people in your life, and now you have to deal with the whole world of zombies. You start to see the type of envy, jealousy that they have. You can see that they live through you. They try to live through you by using you, or they try to live through you by thinking they're better than you. Those are the only two options you're going to get. They're either going to try to use you, or they think they're better than you and they don't know shit about you. They don't know nothing about you, but they're so quick to tell you what they do. Oh, I'm a truck driver. I'm a nurse. I'm a doctor. I'm a teacher. They want to tell you what they do right off the bat because they want to know what you do, so that they can see if you're even worth them being respectful to you. But these are people that walk around like they have so much class, like they care about the world, like they care about mannerism, like they care about etiquette, like they care about, you know what I'm saying? They come to their family and friends as good people, and I'll help you with this, you help me with this. But in real life, in an everyday, daily basis, they treat people like shit. On an everyday basis, they go to the cashier, they go order their food, and they're over there looking down on people that's making their food. They're over there talking shit about people. I would never do that. I would never do this. I would never work here, right? These are the same people that walk among society who are actually dead, and it doesn't matter what they do as a living. And you can sit here and tell me I'm a doctor, but bitch, at some point you're gonna realize that you're killing people, that you're not helping people, that you're leading them to an earlier grave, if anything. So that says a lot about you. So you're trying to make me respect you over some money, but what about your morals, bitch? You ain't got no morals, because you done gave up on humanity. You gave up on what's right and what's wrong a long time ago, and all you're doing is pretending. So the reason I say I don't feel like I'm gonna make it is because I know too much, I see too much, I feel too much, and it's just too much. It's weighing down on me way too heavy. It's not that I give a damn what these zombies think about me. It's not that I care about their perception. It's not like I don't run across good people as well, but it just does not balance the bad people. I try to do the right things, right? I found a brand new iPhone. I returned it to the person that owned it because it was unlocked. I really could have kept it, sold it, and been a whole narcissist. Came up on it, got some money, because that's what a narcissist would do. But I went and I took it. You know what I'm saying? And I thought to myself, the least they could give me is some damn gas money. But I'm not gonna ask for no gas money, because to me it's all about the principle. But I was also thinking, what would I have done if somebody found my phone and gave it? I would have at least said, hey, I'll give you some gas money, please, at least if you bring it. You know what I'm saying? But after I did that kind act, I felt a lot of guilt. And I said, why do I feel so guilty when I did the right thing? Right? It's so hard to do the right thing for the narcissist. It's so hard for them to do the right thing because they feel like doing the right thing, it ain't gonna compensate them. They don't believe in God, and they don't have no remorse, no empathy for you once they do what they do or they got what they got. So when I started feeling this guilt, I said, why do I feel guilt when I did the right thing? And I said, oh, the guilt's coming because I feel like I keep doing the right thing and people keep looking at me like I'm stupid. Because even when I gave the person the phone, they didn't really say thank you like that. It was like they grabbed the phone and just walked off like, oh, yeah, I got my phone, bitch. Like, you dumb. It's almost like they had this look on their face like you're dumb. I could tell you're dumb because you returned it. And I had this feeling of guilt, like, why did they look at me like I was stupid? And then you start thinking, at least I started thinking, you know, about how narcissists are programmed and just how many narcissists I encounter. And I know it's more of them than empaths for a fact. I know it's more of them because, like I said, these are the principalities that they live by. They're envious, they're jealous, and they live through others. They live through others, so they might be successful or they might not be successful. If they're not successful, they're going to live through you. When I met the narcissist, he already had a lot of baggage in his life, but because I was young, I didn't understand that. And he was living through me, through my youth. He took my youth from me because he started to feel like he was younger than me. And he would tell me, oh, people think I'm younger than you. Maybe because you act younger than me. Maybe because you act younger than me, but technically I'm younger than you. But he would say things like that, right? Because they're stealing your energy while they're with you. They're living through you. They're acting goofy and silly and doing all these things, and you start to normalize it because you start thinking they're just like you. You even forget their age. You even forget their age because you're looking at their spirit. You're looking at their childlike spirit. The whole time they're envious of you. They're jealous of you. They're living through you because they like what you got. They like the nice car you drive. They wish it was theirs. When you leave the narcissist behind, the narcissist people in your life behind, you realize all the things that attracted the narcissist to you, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't even know that my car it attracted them to me, and that's why they were trying to get close to me. But who the fuck builds relationships with people based off of what they have? A narcissist, because they live through people. So if they don't have that type of success as a narcissist, because there's successful narcissists out here, they feel like I don't have the ability to tell people that this is what I do for a living, so I have to look the part. If I don't have these things to boast about to make myself look like I'm on the same level as these narcissists that I envy and I'm jealous of, I have to look the part. And if I have to use someone like you or anybody to look the part, to take certain pictures, to look like I'm having certain experiences, and I have money, and I'm someone who travels and things like, in order for me to have that image, I have to use people. I have to exploit people. I have to use what you got to make myself look good. And when you leave narcissist people behind, you realize, damn, it was that serious for the narcissist to feel like they have some type of value by clinging on to you and your success. And while you're being successful, at the same time, they're trying to bring you down. They're trying to destroy your hopes, your dreams, your career. They're trying to destroy everything you got because they're secretly jealous of you. And then when you tell them what they've said to other people, or when you confront them about what they said, they'll act like they never said those things. I remember times where the narcissist would tell me, you're never going to be as successful as my sister, right? Because she worked at this hospital that I was not volunteering with, but I was basically doing kind of like volunteer work there. And I remember I bumped into his sister, and, you know, I didn't say anything to her because I wasn't really close with her at that time. But he basically was like, my sister works there. And I'm like, oh, I thought I saw her. And she's like, yeah, she saw you. And, you know, I remember a time where me and the narcissist had gotten into an argument, and he goes, out of nowhere, just out of nowhere, he goes, you're never going to be as successful as my sister, right? And anytime, you know, like when my graduation came up, he didn't show up at the graduation because he was supposedly he was so busy. So it seemed like times where I needed him to support me, he wasn't there for me. And because he wasn't there for me, I couldn't enjoy my own success and accomplishments because I felt like the person I want with me isn't here. So my plans aren't going the way I thought they would go, because this dinner would have been better if this person was here, right? And that's what they want. They want to take the attention off of you. At the time, you don't know what's happening, but once you realize they're doing it on purpose, you're wondering, you're looking at them in their eyes, you're in tears, you're wondering, why are you so evil? Why are you trying to destroy me? Why are you trying to make me feel low about myself, right? I remember the narcissist at the end of the relationship. And when I met them, they, like I said, they weren't shit. When I met them, they lived at home with their parents. Their house wasn't shit. Their house was falling apart. The floors were fucked up. The ceilings were fucked up. It was just a fucked up house. And I never judged them for it. I never said, you know, my family was like, you could do better. Why are you dealing with this person? Like, everybody was telling me to run. But I was like, no, I'm not judging someone based off of their upbringing. I'm not judging someone based off of what they can't control. They can't control the level of success that their parents accomplished. They can't control that. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that by me motivating the narcissist, because I was around people that we motivated each other. I was around people that were successful and motivated each other. I thought if I did those same things, I could bring life into them, right? Because I saw their potential. I saw how intelligent they are, right? Because the narcissists, not on certain narcissists, they're intelligent to a certain level, but it doesn't mean they're not cunning. So to me, a lot of his talents, his music, his ability to memorize things, those things are what was drawing me to him, the level of his intelligence. But you don't know this person's morals, their morality, and what they see as valuable, right? They're seeing people as objects. They're seeing what you have as objects. A lot of times the people they look up to, they behave the same way. The people they admire, they behave the same way. So the narcissist competes. They're jealous of those people. They're competing with those people, right? The narcissist always had things to say about his sister, but at the same time sitting here telling me I'm never going to be as successful as her, while trying to bring me down so that I wouldn't be on the same level as her, right? I never set out to live my life like his sister. It just so happened that we were in the same field and we were in the same, you know, we were around the same people, but I didn't purposely make it to be that way. But he saw me as someone who could become like his sister, and he secretly envied his sister. And at the same time, he's using her success to try to put me down. And what I realized at the end of the relationship, when the relationship was over, right, his sister had bought her first house. And this is a very nice house, right? Very nice house, not really that big, right? But it's a nice little house. And I remember, you know, congratulating her, and she had this look on her face like, you know, like, why are you congratulating me about my house? Like, why are you excited about my house? I wasn't even excited. All I said was, you know, congratulations on your new house. Like, it looks really nice. She never invited me there. He invited me there because that's his sister. So he's like, I'm gonna be going over there. So he's bringing me along. So I think a part of him was he wanted to show me what she got. And she had that look like almost like, why are you, like, I don't really like you like that. Like, that, you know, that, you know, he supposedly doesn't like certain things about his sister. She's the narcissist. But really, I started to see that it was the narcissist who basically, they're all narcissists, right? They're all narcissists. So I started to see, like, they're all the same. So I remember calling the narcissist out, and I was like, wait, you're not the victim. You're the perpetrator. Because he was whispering things in his mom's ears about his other siblings and things like that. So I started to see, like, you're a flying monkey. You're playing games. You say everybody else playing games, but I'm seeing you say things to your mom underneath, you know, behind everyone's back. I'm seeing the games you're playing. So I told the narcissist, wait, you're not the victim. You're the perpetrator. And he goes, bingo, you finally get it. So the whole time, and I'm telling you, I was with this man for 10 years. The whole time, they're always the victim. And then, you know, in the end, you start to see, like, there ain't no fucking way this person's the victim, because everything they say that people have done to them, they have done every single one of those things to me, right? And a lot of times you excused it, feeling like maybe they're taking it out on you, and then they come around being apologetic, so you're like trying to understand them, and you're like, oh, maybe they went through a lot of shit, so sometimes it they're projecting it towards you, so you forgive a lot of the shit, and then eventually you realize it was never projection. They just literally are mean-spirited, jealous, envious people that live through other people. They through other people's energies. So his sister had bought the house, and then I'm thinking to myself, because at the time his mother was having financial issues with her property, and he was staying with me. So he started telling me that because his mom was in the process of probably selling the house, he was telling me that all of his mail was going to his sister's house. He's like, all the mail that was going to my mom's house now is going to my sister's house, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, why don't you just get the mail sent here? Like, why are you? He's like, no, because of this and that, right? They're making all these excuses. Oh, because of this, because of that. And he's like, at the end of the day, this is your house. It's under your name. He's like, unless you put my name on the house. And it was just a whole bunch of weird shit at the end of the relationship. That's when I knew everything he had set out, everything was just an illusion. That's what I started to realize. I realized this man, he's never going to change. I started to feel really down on myself because I felt like I made a lot of the wrong choices. This person brought me down, left me to rot. People warned me about him, and now here I am. My career is gone. Everything I worked for is gone, and I can't focus anymore. My mind, it can't focus. I'm always anxious. I'm always crying. I'm always depressed. It's like I almost felt like there was nothing worth living for, and I couldn't understand how one person could make me feel that low, and how they could get in my mind for so long and manipulate me. It's like being in a fucking cult that you almost feel like you're too afraid to leave because you already know you fucked up a lot, and you don't know, you feel like eventually when the reality hits you, the reality is going to hurt you so much you're practically not going to want to live. So you might as well just keep living in that fantasy. So everything was coming down on me that in that way. And then I started to have this deep sensation, this deep feeling. I said, the narcissist, I think they're going to try to move into their sister's house, right? Because to her, even though I have a big house, I live in an older house, and it doesn't look as fucked up as the narcissist's mother's house, right? That was destroyed, that was literally destroyed. You know, the floors were caving in, all kind of shit, you know. So to me, it was kind of like she bought this little house, which is updated, remodeled. It's tiny compared to my house. It's really small compared. It's like half of my house. But it's really, you know, it has everything, the newest modern technology, all type of things, right? So I told myself, because the narcissist, I was having plumbing issues at the house, and the water wasn't going down. So I remember the narcissist, he buys this liquid, the water goes down, and then when he leaves, he sends me a message, and he goes, basically, like, he's basically talking shit. He's basically like, he said, oh, now you don't want to answer me. That's why your fucking sink is fucked up. That's why your sink is fucked up. Your plumbing system's jack shit. He's talking crap about the sink, right? He's talking shit. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, like, who the fuck does this man think he is? When I accepted him, when he was living in a piece of shit house. And I never disrespected his mother's house, because by me saying anything about his piece of shit house is like, I felt like by me even saying that is disrespecting his mother. And like, people don't ask to be, you know, a lot of people didn't ask to come into this world. Some people weren't able to be as successful as other people. Some people needed more help than other people. So I never judged his mother. I never judged him, never said anything bad about his home. It was times where he would tell me he felt bad because he would invite people over and they would be like, damn, like you living like this is fucked up, right? So he felt bad because certain people will basically be like, nigga, your house is scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, your house is scary. Like, what the fuck going on in here? So the fact that I never said shit to him and he had the nerve to say something about my plumbing, I was like, who the fuck does this motherfucker think he is? That's when I was like, these people are really delusional. It's like, you know, in that moment, the first thing I thought to myself was, he must have moved into his sister's house. That's why the mail is getting sent over there. He must have moved in there. Like, he must be moving in there, right? So now he's living through his own sister that he claimed he ain't even really get along with like that. And you're jealous of my success and everything I was accomplishing, comparing me to your sister, telling me I'm never going to be as successful as her. But then you move in with her. So, and you sitting there making 5-star dinners and acting like, you know, making gourmet dinners the way you were doing over here with me. But now you're cooking for her. You're cooking for your sister and her kids. You feel me? Like, acting like that's your woman. That's not your woman. That's your sister. But now you put that role on you're literally playing that role of the man of the house. Like, that's them your kids. The only thing is y'all not fucking because that's your sister. But you're living vicariously through your sister because that's the only reason you were able to come down here and disrespect me and my plumbing and shit that I'm going through. You're able to disrespect me, but bitch, you don't even have a pot to piss in. You don't have nothing. My house might not be luxurious, but it's a home. You know what I'm saying? It might not be luxurious, but it's a home and it's paid off. And one day it might be luxurious, but I don't even give a damn about that, you know, because I'm not a materialistic person. I used to be when I was younger. But when I got used by a narcissist because of what I had and what I was doing and because of the car I drove, I learned very quickly to not care about those things. So when people judge me based off of what I'm driving and they're looking at me and they're trying to tell me what kind of car they got and what kind of luxurious car they got, and trying to make me jealous, it's not working because I've already been there, done that. That don't mean nothing to me. That all it does, it attracts haters. It attracts the wrong attention. But that's what the narcissist wants. The narcissist wants haters. They want people that are attracted to them by what they have because they're going to use those people to live through them, to exploit them because they know, hey, if I didn't have this car, you wouldn't fuck with me. You wouldn't look at me the way you do. You wouldn't want to talk to me. You wouldn't want to drive me around. So guess what? Any woman that is attracted to me because of the kind of car I got, I'm going to play her. That's their excuse to exploit people. So they feel like if I can look the part, because if most people live through other people, most people only want to be with certain people because of what they have, how much money they make, what kind of work they do. Most people are like that. So the narcissist feels like, well, I'm going to get with the program. I'm going to give you the illusion that that's what I have. So you got certain narcissists that they have accomplished certain things, and then you have certain narcissists that ain't accomplished shit, and they're just giving you the illusion of success or the illusion that one day they will be successful. But they got a lot of baggage, a lot of kids, a lot of shit going on in the background that you're not going to pay attention to because they're going to make it seem like, you know, like they're a family person and they get along with everybody. So Me seeing the narcissist living through his sister and basing his success off of what she got, because now he's talking to me crazy. I'm like, oh, okay, I understand. Now it's like I understand the full picture of a narcissist, the whole clear picture of who they are. But what I couldn't understand was, why were you with me to begin with? Right? Why were you with me to begin with? That's what I would think to myself. If you are jealous of me, if you are envious of what I have, if you are jealous of my lifestyle, if you're jealous of the opportunities I'm getting, if you're jealous of my youth, if you're jealous of all these things, that all this baggage that I don't have that you have, why would you force yourself in my life if you're so jealous? Because the only thing that can produce out of jealousy, the only thing that can grow out of jealousy is hate. So this is why the narcissist starts to hate you. So even when they start destroying your life and destroying the things that you have, you start getting into car accidents, bad shit start happening, it don't matter. The narcissist will treat you with hate, and you're wondering, these emotions don't even fucking match what the fuck I'm going through. So then when you're not with the narcissist people in your life, family, friends, even my fucking family, fucking weirdos, everybody got careers, and the ones that don't got careers, they stole money from my grandmother, and they stole money from their jobs to create businesses, and they're con artists, scam artists, but they don't want you to know the fucking truth because they want you to only look at their success and be jealous of them. But if you bring up what they did to get that, they gonna cause hell and make it seem like you're in the wrong, and you're jealous. Oh, you're jealous. Why are you bringing that up? That's not what happened. They're going to deny the truth. My weird ass family is the exact same way, because when I was at my lowest, they turned around and looked at me like they couldn't look at me in my eyes anymore. They would start talking to the person next to me. They would start talking to my brother or something, looking at him, giving him high fives and telling him, oh, I have trying to help them with opportunities. Oh, I can help you with this. I can help you with that. But you're not trying to help me, but you're trying to help him. And you're talking to him about all the things you're willing to help them with, like I'm not even sitting next to them. And I was thinking in that moment, like, why are they doing? I was paying attention, but I didn't know exactly what was narcissism. I just knew it's starting to be a pattern that I'm paying attention to with these type of people. So when I started to notice, like, she's not looking at me, she's looking at him. She's acting like I'm not even sitting next to him. She's acting like I have no value and he still has a chance. He still has value. She's looking at me like I fucked up my life. I fucked up my opportunities. So fuck you, bitch. You're nothing, right? You're not gonna be nothing. And that attitude, right? I was like, why is that coming from someone who's supposed to be family? It was confusing me. I was like, this is weird. It seems like I'm the enemy to them, and I ain't did shit to these people. But it's all about status. It's all about money. And I didn't think it was that serious, right? Because I'm like, hey, I grew up with everyone, but because I made some bad choices, hey, you got fucking kids, your damn self, bitch, that made worse choices than me, who, if someone talks shit about your daughter, you gonna go crazy and don't talk about my daughter, don't talk about my son, bitch. But you go around talking to even your own family members with such disrespect. So I could just imagine how you talk to strangers, bitch, because I come across people like you all the time, just like you. And you're a fucking teacher. You're a teacher. So I could just imagine how you single out certain students in your class and you treat certain people in your class better. And you probably treat certain kids bad because you're a racist bitch. So you probably treat certain kids in your class bad because you feel like they already don't have a future and they're still children. So you got dangerous people like this working in society amongst people. And if you bring this topic up, they're going to deny the fuck out of it because they already know it's wrong. But I lived it. I know it. I see it. I've been around it all my life. I just couldn't. I didn't have a fucking name to this shit. I knew something was always off about people. Like, oh, like people are living like in this fake ass world that was created for them. And I always felt like I never belonged in this world. I always felt like everything about this world, even as a kid, I always felt like everything about this world was fake. Never took this shit serious. You know what I'm saying? And I should have been taking it more serious because this shit is serious out here. These people trying to kill you over nothing, over just existing. So when I left all these narcissist people in my life, family, friends, everybody, the narcissist relationship, I started coming across people just like them. I come across these people every fucking day. Every fucking day I deal with these people. You know, they're jealous, they're envious, and they live through others. They live through fake success of what they think is success supposed to be. They feel like they can only respect certain people. So they'll go and respect someone who's a narcissist, who's a pedophile, who's a pervert, who ain't shit, but he got money. They'll respect him before they respect you who's poor, but you're a humble person, you're a good person, you don't steal, you don't. So just like I told you guys, I started having guilt because I keep doing the right thing, and I start feeling guilty because I said I'm always doing the right thing and it ain't never got me nowhere. And the few times I done did bad shit, I never got karma for those things. So I start feeling like I'm going crazy because I know I can't be an evil person. There's not an evil bone in my body. I can't sit there and steal from you because it's going to bother my consciousness. And even though I had that guilt for returning that phone and being a good person and not feeling appreciated, not getting no thank yous, no nothing, no gas money, no nothing, even though I felt that guilt, I knew if I would have took that phone, I would have felt more guilty because I would have known this person's information in order to give them their shit back. I also felt like the person whose phone I had was a racist ass person. I could feel their energy when I knew exactly who they were. And I said to myself, I said, you have to be an example that not everyone that look like you is a narcissist. So you have to set an example and do the right thing so that they can learn to be a better person, right? I returned that shit. The motherfuckers had smiles on their faces, but it was like that evil narcissistic smirk. They grabbed the phone real quick and walked off like, fuck you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? They had that fuck you, bitch, you're dumb type of thing because they're narcissists. So they're looking at it like, damn, you giving us our shit back? If it was us, we wouldn't have gave it back, right? So when I run across people and I see that jealousy, that envious from a mile away. You know why? Because I'm at peace with myself. I'm not at war with the world anymore. I used to be at war with everyone, with family, with friends, with the narcissist. I'm not at war with nobody. I'm trying to heal from all the bad shit I've been through in my life. And my healing started a long time ago, years ago, when I started making these videos. So, and even till now, it's like I'm safe and sound. I'm safe, but the pain is still there. It still fucking hurts. And it hurts even more when you go out into the fucking world and you're dealing with a whole bunch of fucking zombies that want to fucking eat your brains every fucking day of the fucking hour. They're fucking with me for no fucking reason. And now I can see things crystal clear because I literally have no one in my life fucking with me. So when the first person fucks with me, I can tell right away you're fucking with me because Back then, I was going through so much, I couldn't pay attention to nobody or my surroundings or what was happening around me or what I couldn't pay attention to the world because I was living in this little world with all these narcissists in it. Now I escaped that fucking narcissist world, and now when I think I'm free, I've made it out into the real world, and it's a whole bunch of them motherfuckers just like them. And every time I step foot out my house, I already know somebody gonna fuck with me today. I already know. That's why I'm quiet most of the time, because I'm waiting for them to say the bullshit so that they don't try to gaslight and say it was me. So this is why I stay quiet, so that I don't get gaslit by people. You know? So people will start off with disrespecting you, name calling, the way they talk to you, try to act like they're oblivious, like they don't see you, and say something disrespectful right away. You know, mumbling under their breath things about you. Or if they're irritated by you, by your presence, they'll make sure you feel that shit. If they're jealous of you, they'll start bragging about what they have out loud to their friends and family so that you can hear. They'll start bragging about what they have so that you can compare what you have to what they have. So if they see that you're happy with your little mediocre car, they're going to sit there and say, oh, you know, I just bought this brand new charger and I put this in here so it can go fast or make loud noises and they'll just keep going. And the whole time they're studying you. You can put your music up to tune them the fuck out, and they can sense that you don't give a fuck. So now they start getting mad because they see you're not even paying attention to what they're saying, because you already know they got the spirit of jealousy. You're like, oh, this motherfucker got the spirit of jealousy. Here they come trying to compare what they have to what I have. So now you're like, let me tune this motherfucker out. And now that you done tuned them out, they want to tune in. So now they're going to try to say something to disrespect you before they walk out. They're going to try to say something smart to you. They're going to try to call you another name that is not your name. They're going to try to say something to you so that you can feel it. Oh, all right. Bye, sir. Bye, ma'am. You're going to try to talk to you in a way where you're going to feel that shit. You're going to feel the fucking hate waves going through your body. You're going to feel that shit like, oh, this motherfucker they're trying to grind their fucking car against mine. Spirit of jealousy. And I used to see that shit in the narcissistic family with the narcissist, with the, I have the narcissists in my family were different from the narcissists, because the narcissists in my family are people with careers who they only respect people with money. The narcissist family, the narcissist that I was with, his family, they're the same way. But a lot of them, because they're not successful, what they do is they're jealous of anyone who has more than them, even if that person is not successful or they haven't reached the level of success that they're trying to obtain. But I remember it happened twice when I was with my ex, where first his best friend, he parked his car really close to mine where it was touching my bumper. Right? And I told the narcissist, I said, why your friend parked so close to me? And then his friend tried to act like oblivious to it. And I said, can I get your car insurance? And his friend was like, yeah, I got my car insurance right here. I said, yeah, because you're scraping my car. And then he was getting the paperwork from his little glove department, and I was like, it's cool, don't even worry about it. But I only said that to scare him, because he pissed me off, right? And I was like, don't even worry about it, because I knew he did it on purpose. There's no way you park that close grinding someone's car and you just don't notice. So I did think that was weird, but I let it go, right? Another time, the narcissist's brother did the same thing, because I guess he wanted to park in the driveway, but because the narcissist had told me to block the driveway, he basically was mad. He had to park behind me. He couldn't enter the driveway. So then he parked really close where he was grinding his car against mine. So the narcissist got mad and they got into like a little altercation where he was like, why are you doing that shit? Like, so I told the narcissist, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, they're just haters. And I would think to myself, why would someone do something like that? I didn't understand the hate people really have out here. I didn't understand that shit, to the point where it's like these people start throwing rocks at your car windows. People start doing weird shit, starting shit with you, want to fight with you. And in their mind, they already know, if I ever get in a fight with you, the first thing I'm going to do is throw a rock at your car. They already know in their mind what they're going to do to destroy your shit. Sometimes people fuck with you, and you might feel like, okay, you fucked with me, and you want to hurt them too. You want to go straight for their prized possession, right? Somebody pissed you off, somebody put their hands on you, beat you up. You're going to want to do the same thing. You're going to go and try to go towards something they love, something that they love. The narcissist feels like you love your life, you love your career, you love the things that you're putting your energy onto. So anything you're putting your energy towards, that's what they're going to try to destroy. Some of these narcissists, when people do stuff to them, they'll start projecting that people are hating on them, but the same things that they claim people do to them, they do to other people. So what makes us, the empaths, different is that we don't do the same thing to people that they would do to us. A lot of times we know what we're capable of, but it's not in us to do certain things. We know, hey, we do this, it's not going to end. We're just going to keep going back and forth. That's what makes us different as an empath, especially when you become aware of this shit. You already know, I can't play these back and forth games, because that's going to keep the narcissist talking. That's going to keep the narcissist with fuel. That's going to keep them gossiping to other people about you. And the shit is never going to end, because you're dealing with a jealous, envious person who lives through other people. So, you know, anything that you got, you already know they're going to try to come for it, you know? So what I feel like irks me the most about just life is coming across narcissists who bother people based off of what they think that person doesn't have. Sometimes people, these narcissists, they just assume things about you. So you might work just like that teacher, right? That teacher, I'm telling you now, I've seen this shit. I've heard conversations. I heard a whole motherfucking I heard a whole fucking nurse talking about moving out of her apartment or something like that. Moving out of her apartment into another apartment or another house that she was gonna rent or something, and that she wanted her deposit back or whatever the case is. But the same bitch, right, will look at somebody at a drive-through and talk shit about that person because she feels like, I make more money than you. But that person in the drive-through, bitch, owns a house, probably paid off, made great investments back in the day, and they might be older and they're just working because they still need to survive. We live in times where shit is expensive. You can't retire like that. You know what I'm saying? So she might still work. So that person might look down on that person and say, I'm a doctor, I'm a teacher, I'm a nurse. But that person got more than what you got. You working, making money, and you still ain't own shit. And even though you bought that house with your good job that you got now, it's gonna take you fucking decades, bitch, before you own this bitch, before you pay this shit off. When this other person who's humble, working a 9-to-5, already paid their house, their dues, and it took them years of sacrifice to do that shit. And here you are with your stinking, stupid ass looking face, looking down on people. And I hate that shit. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of narcissists. Because I have motherfuckers who assume shit about me all the time, and they're wrong. And this is the thing too. The reason you can tell these people are jealous and they're envious is because a lot of the things that the conclusions that they're coming up with, sometimes they might be right, but a lot of times they're wrong. And that's why you be knowing like, oh, they're jealous, they're envious, because you're wrong. Everything, your perception about me is wrong. You don't know shit about me. You don't know if I'm doing this for extra money. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know how much I got. You don't know what kind of cars I've had. You don't know how much money I got in my savings. You don't know if I'm just driving this, but you don't know how much I got in my savings. You don't know that I could go get what you think I should have. I could go get that right now, but I'm thinking I don't want to pay that shit every month. I don't want that. I don't want that every month. I've already been there and done that. I already lived that. No. We're on to better, bigger things. I have bigger investments and things I want to do than to be sitting here worried about some shit to impress you. They want you to do a whole bunch of shit to impress them to respect you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sorry guys, I gotta spit. So that's what the hell I learned about narcissists. Every day when I come out, someone's fucking with me. Not every day. I have certain days that are good, that I feel like nobody has said nothing. I didn't really feel no sense of jealousy, nothing. But most of the time, I'm sensing jealousy. I'm sensing hate. I'm sensing fucking the evil eye on me and shit. I'm sensing attitudes. I'm sensing people trying to lie in my face and act like I'm the liar, or I'm the one who's incompetent and didn't read things, didn't see the fucking fine print. But bitch, you ain't even give me the fine print, and you sitting here trying to blame me. You're not doing your job, so you sitting here, or you lost something that's mine, and then you gonna sit here and say, oh, I didn't lose it. You go get your tires changed, and they won't give you your fucking lock back to your rims. Hey, you didn't give me my lock back. We didn't take your lock. We looked for it everywhere. We don't have it. Then where is it at? You the only person I gave it to. No, we looked for it everywhere. We didn't take it. Maybe you thought you gave it to us, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. They would lie to your fucking face. Every time you come out the house, people are competing with you. They're jealous. They're envious. They're living through others. They're living through other success, like the narcissist sitting here talking shit about my plumbing, but his whole house was falling apart. That shit was made out of straws. I could have just blew 3 times like the fucking pig and blew that like the motherfucking wolf and blew that shit down, bitch. I huff and puff and your whole house would have fell off. But I don't sit here and talk shit about you, but you sitting here talking about my plumbing. Why? Because you're living in your sister's house, so now you're living through her. And you're acting like you didn't come from nothing, bitch. You're acting like this is the lifestyle you always had, because this is the lifestyle you've always wanted. And you're living through your sister, and that is not your woman. That is your sister, not your woman. Why? Because you didn't want to grow up and be a man. So you want to now live just how you use your mama. Now you want to use your sister. So you want to keep using women until you get your own, but deep down inside, you know you'll never get your own, bitch. It'll take you fucking years and decades, bitch, that you're not willing to sacrifice, because you all in everyone's face trying to give people an illusion of what you think you deserve or what you think your value is, and knowing that's not your value. So everything that they do, everything that they buy, is to attract supply, and they always gonna attract trash, because anybody who's attracted to people based off of what they have, and some of these narcissists, what they have ain't even what they really got. It's just an illusion. So if you're attracted to the illusion, then you just a fool. And once you've been the fool before, you already know you won't be the fool again. You're gonna have to get somebody else to do it. So you already know whoever they deal with is going to be a fool. It's going to be a dummy. It's going to be a dummy. And they're going to have to wake the fuck up to realize these things. And the longer you live, you realize a lot of people don't ever wake up. You got a lot of people out here way older than you. You got a lot of people that you know they ain't never going to wake up. They just don't want to wake up. They don't care to wake up. They like the filthy lifestyle. So you can't expect the new supply to wake the fuck up. Maybe they always gonna stay asleep, and that's why they gonna be the perfect supply for the narcissist. But it ain't gonna be you, because the narcissist knows you can see through them, because the narcissist knows that you know that they got the spirit of jealousy, they got the spirit of envy, and they got the spirit of trying to live through others and mimic others and copycat on others and live off of what their energies, their energy snatchers. So, and they don't produce no real energy, and all the energy that they produce, no matter how successful they are some of the most despicable people. It don't matter how much money they got, they ain't got no true integrity. They ain't got no true empathy for people. They don't understand people. They don't understand people's different realities. When they've achieved success and they're a narcissist, they don't understand the realities. They don't understand that just because they're up right now, one day they can be down. And then once they get in a position where they're down, you know what they do? They steal. So the same people that hold themselves to such a high standard because of their success, these are the same people who are thieves, who are crooks, who are scam artists, who will steal the family's inheritance and say, I didn't steal this family's inheritance. My mother can leave her house to whoever she wants to. But bitch, if you weren't born, bitch, if you weren't sitting here in your mother's ear every fucking day and weekend, kissing her ass and manipulating her, bitch, if you weren't here, certain things, she wouldn't have changed her living will. She wouldn't have changed her living trust, bitch. But because you're here manipulating the whole shit, of course, shit gonna go your way. But every time things are happening to these people, they want people to feel sorry for them. They want to act like they're such good people. And you tell them, hey, you got fired from your job from stealing, bitch. It don't matter. You was working for that company for 20 years and all this bullshit you're so proud of. Bitch, you got fired. You finally got caught for stealing, hoe. They'll sit there and be like, I wasn't stealing. I didn't do anything. I broke a couple of rules, but I wasn't stealing. Like they'll really get offended if you bring up what they did. They'll get so offended. Like they feel like if they don't talk about the bad shit that they done to people and done to the companies that they worked at, they feel like if they don't talk about it, it didn't happen. So when you bring it up, you're making it real. Like, bitch, I'm calling you out. You're making it real to them. When you call out, they'll sit there and talk bad about you, the things that you've done. But if you bring up their kids and what they've done and be like, bitch, your kids did the same shit. I ain't got no motherfucking parents to protect me. But you sit there and you can protect and defend your fucking kids. That's why you got the audacity to say something to me, because you know my parents ain't gonna defend me, bitch. You shouldn't even be fucking with me, bitch, because that's like someone fucking with your kid. And all they heard was you say something about their kid, even if you're telling them the truth. Bitch, you're older than me. You supposed to be, I'm old enough to be your fucking kid. You should be, if someone like you was coming at church, if someone like you was disrespecting your own child, if someone was disrespecting your child the way you disrespected me, you will feel some type of way. But because you know I ain't got nobody protecting me, that's why you feel so comfortable saying something to me. But if somebody did that to your kid, you wouldn't like it. The only thing the narcissist is going to hear about what you just said is going to be, don't talk about my kid. Don't say that about my kid. But you just said something to me. You know, my mom, my dad, they're not going to say nothing to you because they're not in their right mind. They're ill, they're sick, they're mentally ill, or maybe they're on disability, maybe they're narcissists themselves, and they've been brainwashed, or whatever the case is. People will do shit to you that they wouldn't want done to themselves. And a lot of times it's because they see your potential. They see that you're capable. They see your potential. And a lot of times, some of these people even used you. They used you because they were going to get popularity. They were going to get fame. They were going to get attention from other people. I got used. I was just like child stars get used. I was used in that same way by my own family. I was used for attention. I was used for